Hi, welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to solve question 9 from NECTA Form 4 2018 past paper. The topics for this question are Pythagoras theorem and trigonometry. So we are told for 9a, find the distance PR, which is this one here, in the following figure, if the lines PR, so that's PR, and RQ, it's this one here, are perpendicular. What does that mean? Perpendicular. It means two lines are 90 degrees with each other. So now if we have a 90 degrees, we have a right angle triangle. So we are asked to find the missing side PR. What comes in mind? Well, we've got two sides and one missing side. And it's a right angle triangle. So we're going to use the Pythagoras theorem. So before you do anything, you need to know how to label these sides. So the longest one, which is the hypotenuse, we give that a letter C. And the other two, it doesn't matter which one is A, which one is B. So I'm just going to say that is A and that is B. What is important is that the longest one is labeled as C. So the Pythagoras theorem says A squared plus b squared is going to be equal to c squared. And what is a squared? So a squared is a PR, so PR squared. And what is b? So that's QR, so QR squared. And the c is the q, is a PQ, so PQ squared. So PR is what we are looking for, so we're going to make PR the subject. So let's start with just PR squared first. So that means we need to subtract QR squared both sides. So I'll be left with PQ squared minus QR squared. Now I don't want PR squared, I want PR. So what can I do here? I've got a square. The opposite of square is square rooting. If I square root a square, I'll end up with just what's inside. So that will be the PR. So PR then is going to be the square root of PQ squared minus QR squared. You have to square root both sides. So PR is going to be equal, what's PQ? PQ is 30. So 30 squared, take away QR is 24 kilometers. So that's take away 24 squared. Okay, so 30 squared is 900. So that's 924 squared. If you multiply that, that will be 576. So 24 times 24. And the answer to this would be square root of 324. And what is the square root of 324? Well, it's 18. So PR is going to be 18 kilometers. Okay, now for B, we are told a flagpole is 5 meters high. Find to the nearest centimeter the length of its shadow when the elevation of the sun is 60 degrees. So you should always do a little drawing so you know what's going on. So I'm going to draw my lovely flag here, which is 5 meters high. And the lovely sunshine here is shining down, and this angle with the ground, of course, is 60 degrees. And we're asked to find the shadow of this flag. So that's a flag and the shadow will be here somewhere. So that's from there to there. I'm going to call this X meters because I don't know what it is. And that's what we're asked to find. So if this is a flagpole, okay, we're going to have to say it is vertical to the ground. So it's making 90 degrees at this point. And now we have a right angle triangle. But this time we have a side, we have a missing side and an angle. What can we do to find the missing side? We have two options, the Pythagoras theorem, we have trigonometry. Well, I only have one side and one angle, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to use trigonometry in this case. Again, you need to know how to label the sides. I've got this angle, and for this angle, this side is the opposite. This is always a hypotenuse. which is the opposite, the 90 degrees. And this side is going to be the adjacent. So now I can see I've got the opposite and I'm looking for the adjacent, which I called it x. Okay, so what can I use? Opposite and adjacent. I can use tan. So tan 60 degrees is going to be equal to 5 over x. If you rearrange this, you'll have x equals 5 over tan 60 degrees. Now you wonder how to find tan 60 degrees. You can use your tables, or if you can remember them, well, tan 60 degrees is going to be equal to sine 60 degrees over cos 60 degrees. And what's sine 60? We should know it is root 3 over 2. And then divide by cos 60 is a half. Remove the division. So that's going to be root 3 over 2 times, and then flip the fraction on the right. This will cancel, that will cancel, and that will be root 3. So tan 60 is equal to root 3. All right, so we can now write this as x over 5 over root 3. Remember to rationalize because we have a third there. So x is equal to 5 root 3 over 3. Okay, if you look at your tables and work this out, you will get x equals to 2.887 meters, because that's what we're given for the flagpole. But the question says you need to give your answer to the nearest centimeter. So first we need to change this into centimeters by multiplying by 100. So x is equal to 288.7 centimeters, and we need to write it to the nearest. So we don't want the decimal. So this is 5 or more, so this becomes a 9. Okay, so x is going to be equal to 289 centimeters. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe to my channel so you get to see more of my videos. Bye for now.